is rock and roll high school.
So, you're really a 70s fan.
Rock and roll!
Okay, Riff Randall.
Oh, wow, you remembered my name.
Can you dig this? It's I Love the 70s Volume 2, and this is 1979. Again.
Let the sun shine.
The flicks. The fashions, the fads, the TV.
That damn white shadow had to follow them black players around.
The tunes. A totally foxy year that gave us even more burning questions. Who really is a better fiddler, Johnny or the Dark Lord of the Underworld?
Oh, that crazy devil. That crazy devil's gonna smoke your ass.
Can the Happy Meal really make you happy?
I think a Happy Meal would have made me happy had it included love and acceptance.
Is anyone's house scarier than that Amityville Horror place?
My father's bathroom on a Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure that had a hole to hell.
The answers to those questions plus.
Is she really going out with him?
Joe Jackson gets pissed off.
Original title of Is She Really Going Out With Him was She's Not Gonna Him, Is She?
Because you love the 70s. Because you still drink tab and love every drop. Admit it. This is I Love 1979, Volume 2.
Oh, Mother of God, I'm coming apart!
All right. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? Volume 2.
I love the 70s.
Volume 2, baby.
I love the 70s.
This is rock and roll high school.
Rock, 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 rock and roll high.
Fantastic movie, Rock and Roll High School with the Ramones.
We wanted our school to be rock and roll high school. We wanted to play pranks on our teachers and cut school and sing songs.
It's Riff Randall. I'm number one fan.
Oh, wow, you remembered my name.
There's this girl, and she's Riff
Randall. And she's a rebel at the school, and she's a rock and roller.
I'm Riff Randall,
rock and roller.
I like the part where she's daydreaming.
And she was laying on her bed dreaming. And Joey was singing, I want you around.
I want you around.
And they're all like in her bedroom singing to her and like in the shower.
Yeah, shower seems good.
I had the privilege of playing Eagle Bower.
He's the guy with the office and the bathroom, and all the guys go in the bathroom, and basically you can like get pot from him, and you can get like cigarettes from him, or he can like teach you like how to get with girls.
Now, this next step can either make or break a successful date.
There is the hook.
There's the hook.
There is the dreaded mini
hook. And
There's the easy open frontal assault. For some strange reason, I remember the lines.
obviously, you do not know who I am. I am Miss Togar, and I am the new principal of this school.
Mary Warrenov was Principal Togar.
And she wants to ban rock music from the high school because she thinks it's corrupting the youth. What Riff does is she enlists the Ramones to come in and take over the high school.
Screw the student council. I'm bringing the Ramones here, you know?
For the Ramones.
Ramones, you're responsible for making that horrible rock and roll music?
What did they
The Ramones come in and basically blow the school up.
That was a great movie. That was my first taste of really good rock and roll.
And it was great because there were Ramones playing in that movie a lot, and it was just a fun movie.
Vintage vinyl.
The devil went down to Georgia and did tea. And that was the first country rap record I ever heard.
I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you.
You can't not like The Devil Went Down to Georgia. As far as I'm concerned, Charlie Daniels could have stopped right there.
Oh, this guy's rapping. So I said, hey, he can rap, I can rap. Till the beat, y'all, and you don't stop. Keep on till the break it on.
Johnny, you're rousing up your bow and play your fiddle hard.
And the devil come down and ding the horn in the hole.
We knew all the words. I still know all the words to that song.
It just was a yarn in this song that kind of caught the public consciousness, and I think it was fun for people to sort of memorize the lyrics and recite them back to one another when there was nothing to drink.
Devil's in the house on the rising sun. Chicken in the breakfast, picking out dough.
Granny, does your dog bite? No child, no. Wow. Granny, does your dog bite? No child, no. I feel like Charlie got a little lazy in there.
I don't know what this song, Devil Went Down to Georgia, is exactly about.
It was a cautionary tale. Johnny, rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard.
It's the classic crossroads story.
You know, boy meets devil. Devil challenges boy to fiddling contest.
I actually like the Devil's music better. Didn't you?
Oh, that crazy devil. That crazy devil's gonna smoke your ass.
Devil plays the fiddle? Devil's kind of gay.
And if you win, you get the shiny fiddle made of gold. But if you lose, the devil will get your soul.
And they fight, and Johnny wins. And it's a badass song and a true story.
I'm from Georgia. I don't seem to recall the devil being there.
If I knew the devil was in Georgia, I'd pop over for a cup of tea, see how he's doing.
I think the American public was just craving a song about the dark lord of the netherworld, Beelzebub himself, visiting one of our southern states and having a little fiddling contest. And thank goodness, the Charlie Daniels Band was right there to fill that need.
Charlie, to you, sir.
I love 79.
And now, Bruce Lee, Evel Knievel in Stunt Fu.
Groovy.
ESPN and Sports Center came out in 1979. And that was like the end point.
We all gathered in Central Park. We all just showed our erections to each other because it was so exciting. Sports on television.
The whole concept of it actually pretty remarkable that you just watch sports 24/7.
From football to soccer to baseball to basketball to tennis to track to golf, we will be with you covering it on ESPN.
Yeah, it was like a little flaky show, man, with like all this cardboard up and stuff like that.
We all just like look at that as like, you know, the beginning of time when ESPN came on the air.
A show that showed just sports highlights all damn day.
What a whacked out idea. That was never gonna work.
I didn't watch ESPN back when it came on. Just didn't.
I remember when they first came out, they had to fill 24 hours with sports.
You had to go a little bit off the beaten path to find some sports to fill out the schedule.
We're gonna get to see sports all the time. This is, what the hell is sport? Is this a sport?
They had to broadcast all kind of weird sports, man, like tractor pulls, contract bridge. Me and my friends are playing kick the can. ESPN want to cover that.
Guys like wrestling and big pampers.
Curling.
Log chopping.
Speed quilting. What the hell? I still cannot tell you what ESPN stands for. Can somebody tell me? What is it?
Oh, ESPN stands for, Entertainment Sports Primary. Nuts.
Stands for Entertainment Sports Programming Network.
Yeah, I knew that. Everybody knows that.
See if Stuart Scott knows that off the top of his head.
I don't know. I wasn't watching.
A world without ESPN? No, I could not imagine. Just think it would be without da-da-da, da-da-da. I gotta hear that at least once a day.
Na 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 da-da-da, da-da-da.
I love 79.
Coming up, baseball fans create their own disco inferno.
How dare they?
And the whacked-out genius of Frank Zappa. Next on I Love 1979, Volume 2. But first...
Charo TV. 1979. Charo, you're on.
Okay, let's have fun. In the 70s, when my coochie coochie was only a chiquichi, I was a guest star on many television shows. But there were plenty of others that could have used a taste of Charo. 1979, Mork and Charo. Mindy moved out. Adios, adios, adios. And Mork and I became roommates. We learned about each other's heritage. And we realized that Nanu is Orkian for Coochie Coochie. Oh, wow! Mork and Mindy very popular, but Mork and Charo, now it's a classic.
I love the 70s.
Volume 2.
We're back with porn or not porn.
Hi, I'm John Waters, and it's time to play Porn or Not Porn. Here are 3 movie titles from 1979. You guess which are pornos and which are regular movies.
It just feels good.
Hardcore. Sure, this movie's about porn, specifically about George C. Scott's character watching his daughter have sex on camera. I love this film, but it's not porn. In fact, it's sort of anti-porn. Confusing, huh? Next up, The Black Hole. Well, with a title like that, this should have been porn. In fact, maybe I should do the sequel, The Black Hole Meets the White Shaft. Anyway, this one's about space, but not that kind of space. And finally, Dracula Sucks. Apparently, he swallows, too. Unsafe at any speed. I'm John Waters. Thanks for playing, but I gotta run. I just located a vintage copy of Anne of the Thousand Lays. Want to join me?
A guy kills his whole family. Doesn't that bother you?
Sure, but houses don't have memories.
Amityville Horror. Oh, that movie f***ed me up when I was a kid. I couldn't watch any scary movies for years and years after watching that movie.
The Amityville Horror was a haunted house movie. True story about a haunted house. That's what got me.
We drive by out the LIE. Oh my God, is that where that is? And they said, yeah, do you want to drive by the house that's there? No. Why would I want to drive by the house in the Amityville Horror?
The only thing that ever scared me in that movie was when they would show those long shots of the house in the 2 little windows.
Evidently, the house had driven every father of the family that moved into the house crazy, and he killed his family.
They show the point of view of the killer, the guy who's doing the murders, walking through the house. And I got up. I told my friends, look, I'll meet you for pizza after. I can't watch.
Then the Lutz family moves in and gets terrorized by evil. I don't know what evil, but some pig with 2 red eyes.
Margot Kidder played Mrs. Lutz.
Now, when you watch this movie, you keep thinking, well, why doesn't Margot Kidder just call Superman? She was shot in the head!
James Brolin played the father of the family that buys the house.
Oh, mother of God, I'm coming apart!
And this is years before his marriage to Barbra Streisand.
Well, that family, you know, don't buy a house where everybody got murdered. Let's start with that. Let's not, I don't care if it's free.
Hey, you can snag some prime real estate at below market prices if you just know where to look. Indian burial grounds, houses of murder victims. You just have to be open to new experiences.
Somewhere in the basement was was a well.
Find a well.
Apparently that was the entranceway to hell, and the demons were using it.
The passage to hell.
My father's bathroom on a Saturday morning, I'm pretty sure that had a hole to hell. If you walked in there, you could feel Satan's presence.
The best scene was when James Brolin went back to get the dog.
Please, Church Drive.
He goes in the house, he falls in through the floor, and the whole bottom of the basement is blood. And the dog, best actor in the whole movie, the dog tries to pull him out of the thing. He picks the dog up, walks over the stairs that he fell through in the blood, and left everything in the house. And they even said that at the end of the movie. They left everything in the house.
I love 79.
Time for Burt Reynolds' mustache. It's time for Burt Reynolds' mustache. That was Burt Reynolds' mustache. That was Burt Reynolds' mustache.
Vintage vinyl.
'79 brought us the B-52s.
And they just seemed like this crazy, fun kind of party band.
They came out with this song that everybody across the board loved, Rock Lobster.
were real camp, the B-52s, real campy and sort of kitschy, like retro 50s.
We're pretty nutty, more surreal, silly than kitsch.
They mix like harmony and they mix like old 50s and put it together and added rock and roll to it. Everybody just was like, you know what, this group is just weird.
I like Fred Schneider. He's fun. He's more fun than annoying.
I loved it, you know, I mean, because I just remember his voice. Everybody have matching toe!
Somebody wiped under a dock. There they found a rock. Wasn't a rock. Was a rock. Lobster.
Love the ladies in B-52s. I love the beehives.
Girls with beehives. But they were like the Jetsons, too, right? They had elements of yesterday and tomorrow. Wow. And they brought it all together.
You know, they're kind of women that you just want to hang out with. They just seem fun and sexy and, you know, I don't know. They're just, you know, the B-52s are just fun.
Down, down. Everyone would get down, and they'd go down like this.
Okay, can we get up? People, hello, can we get up? What is a rock lobster?
That is a pretty nutty song. I mean, even my grandmother liked it, so.
I love 79.
Coming up, the soft drink that doubled as an aphrodisiac.
Drink tab, and you'll be full. Okay.
And are we supposed to think Bette Midler's sexy?
I guess Bette Midler's character was attractive in a pathetic, needy, damaged kind of way.
Next on I Love 1979, Volume 2. But first, songs to make whoopee to.
Hi there, I'm Bob Eubanks. You know, everyone loves to make whoopee. That's why I've compiled this great new album, Eubanks, Songs to Make Whoopee To. This double LP has all the classics, such as Hot Thighs on a Saturday Night, The More the Merrier, You Sexy Thing, You Sexy Thing, Pile Up on Highway 60, Let's Go Spelunkin', Do You Think I'm Sexy? This special double LP set is available for a limited time only. Also available on 8-track and cassette. Don't wait. Order now. I'm Bob Eubanks. Keep on whooping.
Then, and now, 1979.
Hi, I'm Allison Arngrim. 30 years ago, I played Millie Olson, that little blonde bully on Little House on the Prairie. That's right. 3 decades ago. Luckily, time's been good to me. Makeup. Let's take a look at what the last 30 years have done to these people. Nick Nolte, then and now. Steve Martin, then and now. Janet Jackson, then and now. Hope you didn't judge too harshly. Remember, half pints. Someday you'll be 3 decades older.
Volume 2, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Frank Zappa was like a musical genius from California that was so eclectic. He was so far ahead of his time.
You're not going to hear Frank Zappa by any cover bands. You're not going to go, you know, down to the local bar and see a cover band on Saturday night playing it, you know, because they can't.
I was a big Frank Zappa fan growing up. I liked that he had a sense of humor and that his music was also complex and amazing.
Great guitarist, probably doesn't really receive the accolades he should for his talent.
Only the most highest, like, high caliber musicians could actually even be in Zappa's band.
The great escape for all of you.
I mean, he was cool. He was definitely cool. I don't know about the names he chose for his kids, though.
Dweezil, Moon Unit, Amit, and Diva.
That's what kind of name you get when you had hippie parents.
Harmony
I remember getting Joe's Garage 2 when I was, 13 or 14, and it's got like Catholic girls with a tidy little mustache.
I mean, I grew up very Catholic, and he just he freed me, I think, from a lot of stuff by the way he just deconstructed it and on it.
Why Does It Hurt When I Pee? That's a great song.
Why does it hurt when I pee?
Yeah, I don't want no doctor to stick no needle in me. Why does it hurt when I pee? Yeah, there's one for your mama.
Trapper John M.D. is a story that was a take off of MASH.
Wake up, Trapper. The choppers are dumping casualties all over it.
Oh, chopper. Oh, Hawkeye? Radar, where's Hawkeye?
Hey, that's almost 30 years ago. This isn't Korea, it's San Francisco.
It was always unclear to me whether this was a literal sequel to MASH, because there was a Trapper John on MASH, and there was the Trapper John MD. It seemed to me, are they the same guy? It kind of seemed like they must be, right?
No. Wasn't even the same Trapper John.
They always alluded that he was in Korea and all of that, but the guy playing Trapper John, Pernell Roberts, was not Trapper John from MASH.
So everybody was confused because they was like, wait a minute, that ain't Trapper John. We kept going back to MASH saying, that's Trapper John. Who is that man?
I can't, for the life of me, seem to remember your name.
Gates. Try Gonzo. That's what everybody calls me.
Oh, Gonzo.
Gregory Harrison played Gonzo Gates. Woo, he was just so cute on there.
The rest of me's kind of cute, too.
He became a sex symbol. He was the equivalent of what George Clooney was to ER, because he was just young, sexy, he had a little curly hair and everything.
He was just sexy and funny and young, which was the complete, opposite of Trapper John.
Whatever happened to Greg? Can y'all find it for me? Are you there, Greg? You was fine back then.
Sometimes he'd sun on top of the RV and hang out up on top.
Well, if you need anything, laparotomy or a vodka tonic, you let me know.
When I'm at the hospital, I really don't want to see my doctor walking out of his mobile home.
Like, if that was today, you'd be like, he's homeless. Now he's going to cut out my appendix? No.
I'm glad he's in the parking lot. That's where I want him. I want him on a short leash.
You pull another stunt like this, I'm gonna kick your butt right out of here.
For his time, Trapper John was a great drama.
I thought Trapper John MD was okay, but I still think they should have tried harder to work in Klinger somehow.
But it's basically, let's take the funny guy, put a beard on him, make him serious, and have like a real medical program. So I was like one and done with Trapper John MD. But it still was better than After MASH. That's for damn sure. Wasn't even close.
Face it, the Korean War, that's just funny. Some dude in the hospital, not as funny.
I love 79.
Look who's got a ferret too.
Don't you wish you had one too?
Smoking.
Disco sucks. Disco sucks. And we're never gonna let them forget it.
Disco Demolition Night in Chicago.
When they broke up all the disco things up in Comiskey Park, right?
July 12th, 1979, the end of disco.
There was a DJ who decided to throw this anti-disco rally and have as many people as possible show up, and they were going to blow up a giant mountain of disco albums.
All right, you ready? We're gonna count to 3 and then go boom.
One of the worst nights of my life was Disco Demolition Night.
Ready?
How dare they?
2.
What were they thinking?
3.
I'm lost for words.
They were blowing up music. You have the option of not listening to the music. That's fine too, but they were so angry at the music, they thought, let's literally destroy music.
Thousands and thousands of people showed up at the Chicago White Sox Stadium at Comiskey Park, and things just got out of control.
One of the saddest sights I've ever seen in a ballpark in my life. This garbage of demolishing a record has turned into a fiasco.
If you hate disco so much, where did you get all those records to burn?
They could have just mailed them all to me, and I would have just stocked them up in my room or something.
I actually just yesterday deleted 3 disco MP3s.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a protest.
The general public had this idea that disco was cheesy and inauthentic and not a valid form of creative musical expression. And of course they were right, but that was what was great about disco.
I love 79.
I loved Tab.
They're obsessed. There's a Tab mania sweeping the nation. Weren't you caught up in it? I was.
It's one of those sodas that, like, everybody's mother drank Tab.
My mother was a complete and total Tab addict. Cases of it.
It was like an older woman's drink. Like, say, like in your early 50s, late 40s, sitting around the pool, getting a tan, drinking your Tab, smoking, and baking your body in the sun without sunscreen.
I think it was the first, like, diet soda.
No, it wasn't 0 calories, it was 1 calorie. And that's what gave Tab its extra kick.
Yeah, I didn't think I would think this, but it's beautiful.
I have no idea why they call it Tab. Is there a reason why they call it Tab?
Maybe they called it Tab because it's, you know, Tab rhymes with fab. Maybe that's why they named it Tab. And
it was keeping tabs on your weight. How funny is that?
Drink Tab, and you'll be full. Okay.
When my mother dies, I'm putting it in her coffin. There you go, there's a Tab for the next life. You haven't drank enough in this life. Really, the 85 million you've consumed wasn't enough. One more Tab for the road.
I love 79.
Coming up, the White Shadow teaches life lessons.
You know, brother in the mirror brushing his teeth wrong, you look back, coach, huh?
And
Is she really going out with him?
jealousy lessons from Joe Jackson.
What's with him? That douche?
Next on I Love 1979, Volume 2. But first, the Guitar Gods of 1979.
Peter Frampton here, bringing you the guitar gods that made 1979 come alive. AC/DC's Angus Young, Australian God Mate, Glenn Tipton and KK Downing from Judas Priest, the leather-studded gods, and Queen's Brian May. This god will definitely rock you. And those were the guitar gods of 1979.
The survivors of 1979.
Hi, I'm Gloria Gaynor, and when I first sang I Will Survive, you better believe I meant it. I survived pop rocks, Fu Manchus, and even bell-bottoms, but I wasn't the only one. Here are the survivors of 1979. Jerry Hall survived Mick Jagger. Florence survived working for George Jefferson, and Bo Derek survived all those cornrows. Those were the survivors of 1979. Now go, walk out the door.
I love the 70s.
Volume 2.
There are cameras all over the place. So please, now don't say all right?
The Rose was a movie about Bette Midler's perm. How could that perm fit on one person? How could so much hair be on one little person?
It was really like a musical because you got to see Bette Midler performing all this great music throughout the entire show.
In The Rose, Bette Midler, true to her Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy persona, plays a Janis Joplin-like figure.
This woman with like a little bit of talent and a lot of passion, and she becomes a rock star, and she kind of goes south because she's an insane drug addict, alcoholic.
Girl gets high, girl loses high, girl gets high.
She was very sort of bodacious.
Say, Rose, what have you been up to?
Oh, same as everybody, you know, hanging out, having a good time, staying stoned, and getting laid.
This was a rough story, but Bette Midler nailed it.
She was sexier in this movie than she's ever been in any movie. This was her time to shine.
I can't get laid. Nobody wants me.
I guess Bette Midler's character was attractive in a pathetic, needy, damaged kind of way.
I did not find Bette Midler sexy in that because she drooled too much. And she fell on the floor a lot more than I would have a girlfriend of mine do.
I just remember The Rose being the big hit single.
Because at karaoke, every drunken fat girl had to sing that song.
I'm not sure that I've had enough to drink to do the theme song from The Rose, but some say love.
Some say love, it is thrill.
That's one of the words that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a crazy.
That something, 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 The Rose.
I think love is complicated and expensive. That's what I say love is.
Mellow out. We asked this panel of experts to tell us about the new McDonald's Happy Meals.
These Happy Meals, I'm telling you right now, when these puppies came out, baby, what?
I love the Happy Meal because it was like a kid's meal that, you know, my daddy couldn't get, my mama couldn't get. This is only for me.
Your meal is prepackaged in a box. You open it, what's in there? My own burger, my own individual fries, perhaps a milk.
And a packet of cookies.
I'll tell you why they call it a Happy Meal, though. It's a Happy Meal because you just give your kid this box and you can forget about him for an hour.
This was a treat day if your mama let you get a Happy Meal.
I think a Happy Meal would have made me happy had it included love and acceptance.
My favorite thing about the Happy Meal is the toy inside. And a cigarette surprise inside. Don't show it.
The prize was nice, but to me, the prize was recognition. I liked that McDonald's was recognizing me as a consumer, me, a child, a mere child.
I always liked when they had like little car things or something like that.
Spaceships or, you know, alien figures.
Maybe it's a toy from a movie. Perhaps it's a ring. Maybe it's a rope that I can pull on. Maybe it's a box. Is it a glass box? It could be. And now I can eat my burger in the glass box.
It's one of those things where the Happy Meal is greater than the sum of its parts.
I'm happy just thinking about it.
I love 79. Now let's see what Dom cooked for the Dallas Bulls.
The North Dallas 40-ounce porterhouse. Big enough to feed Nick Nolte, the state of Texas, and wow.
Foxy.
Carver High needs a basketball coach.
How much does it pay?
Less.
Less than what?
Less than you can live on.
That makes it irresistible.
Me and my shadow.
The White Shadow, an unathletic white man in control of all these superhuman Negroes, and there's a Puerto Rican or two slipped in there.
It's like we got ourselves a new coach.
That's right. I used to watch that all the time with the guy with the white coach and a basketball guy.
At least he looked like a basketball coach, like he played before. I just think of the name, though. The White Shadow. White guy, but Shadow the black.
What I hear, you guys need a basketball coach real bad.
Let's get a bunch of good black kids in the ghetto trying to make it. But they just can't get out. They just can't figure it out. How do you get them out?
You got a problem, maybe I can help.
Bring in a white guy.
Sorry to disappoint you. Coolidge.
I loved all the basketball players on the White Shadow, especially Coolidge.
I'm sorry, I can't go through the hoop every time.
That's right.
A Coley or some, I don't know, some...
Swami.
Thank you. Was I close or what?
I figured even if the character's not funny, it's a funny name.
There would always be that one guy was always either going to quit the team or get kicked off the team, and then the White Shadow would, you know, have a talk with him and turn him around.
Do me a favor, will you?
What?
I'll quit school for a couple of days. Maybe I can come up with something.
That damn White Shadow had to follow them black players around and teach them how to be gentlemen and upstanding citizens.
That's why it's called the White Shadow.
You know, brother in the mirror, brushing his teeth wrong, you look back, coach,
I'm going to be leaning on you guys, and I'll be behind you. every step of the way.
All right. Yeah. Like a white shadow.
Vintage vinyl.
Pretty women out walking with gorillas down my street.
Gorillas down my street.
Look over there. Where?
There's a lady that I used to know.
Original title of Is She Really Going Out With Him was She's Not Gonna F Him, Is She?
Is she really going out with him?
Is she really gonna take him home tonight?
Is she really going out with him?
If my eyes don't deceive me, there's something going wrong around here. Pop boom, pop boom.
I just remember thinking, this dude that sings this song has got to be hot. Am I right? Was he hot?
Joe Jackson looked like a bleached and faded and bloated version of Billy D. Williams. I'm thinking of Joe Jackson, the dad. Good, it's not him.
Is she really going out with him?
It's about the guy that I was in high school, for example, who, you know, she's going out with him? That douche?
I can't believe, dude, she's totally going out with that guy. He's a total hosebag.
Let's say, for example, she's not going to go out with me. Okay, but him? Honestly, it makes me think less of her.
Is she really going out with him? Yes, she is. And you're not.
I love 79.
Coming up, guilty pleasures from the movie musical Hair.
Big retard I'm about to do. But I have the Hair soundtrack.
Next on I Love 1979, Volume 2. But first, That's No Jive, Turkey, with Greg Fitzsimmons.
It was the end of disco. It was so perfect. It was an exclamation point at the end of Disco's Dead. The only thing missing was they should have taken Rick Dees, dragged him out to the pitcher's mound, stripped him naked, spread eagled, got a 34-ounce bat, and just wailed on his gonads. Everyone in the park gets a shot while Rick does the disco duck voice.
But wait, there's more.
Craving some Volume 2 bonus material and 70s ringtones? Then log on to VH1.com and make sure to check out V-Spot.
Hey, I'm not a Brady.
Hi, I'm Christopher Knight. Some of you know me as Peter Brady, but indeed, I'm Christopher Knight. You see, I'm real, and Peter is fake. My mother on the show, Carol, was fake, but Florence Henderson is real. Don't believe me? Carol Brady oversaw Alice's cooking on The Brady Bunch. Florence Henderson oversaw the cooking on her own show, Florence Henderson's Country Kitchen. Carol Brady wore the first femme mullet on TV. Florence Henderson wore the first femme mullet everywhere else. Carol Brady has personality. Florence Henderson has personality, as well as Wessonality. You see, Florence isn't... Actually, she is Carol. But that doesn't make me Peter. Have a very Brady day.
I love the 70s.
Volume 2.
'79, the movie Hair comes out. I knew there was problems when I saw the horse ballet. You know, any movie that begins with a horse ballet, you just know there's going to be problems.
Harmony and understanding, sympathy and trust abounding. No more.
I wasn't even stoned, and I was laughing hysterically.
Let me tell you, the movie Hair was actually a great film. But it's a little gay to say, and I'm not supposed to be watching it for certain reasons, because I'm black, first of all, and I'm not gay. But I enjoyed Hair.
Can you tell me why you're so uptight about having your hair cut?
She asked me why I'm just a hairy guy.
It's basically about a guy who's, I think, coming from like Oklahoma.
John Savage was Claude.
And he's going to take off for Vietnam from New York. And while he's in New York, he's got a little bit of time to kill, and he ends up meeting these damn dirty hippies.
Hair made me hate hippies. I still hate them to this day.
Treat Williams plays Berger, who is sort of the leader of the hippies,
I am ridiculous. I'm totally ridiculous. I'm ludicrous.
who ultimately ends up going off to Vietnam instead of the guy from Oklahoma through a series of, movie mischief.
Good hair, too. I don't know if that was his, but...
Beverly D'Angelo, she plays Sheila, and she plays, like, really prissy lady.
Hello.
Was Beverly D'Angelo topless in the movie? I don't seem to recall that.
Oh, funny, funny, funny.
I believe the movie Hair was actually a lot about the Vietnam era. I really didn't care about that. What I really liked was all these really cute guys with long hair singing, and there they were in Central Park.
Oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, looking for my Donna. Big retard I'm about to do. But I have the Hair soundtrack. Beautiful hair.
I was not allowed to see Hair. It was very provocative. I mean, there was a lot of drugs and sodomy that I was not allowed to talk about. Sodomy. Fellatio.
I gotta get the soundtrack, man.
I could do Black Boys Are Delicious. Black Boys are delicious. Chocolate covered love. Licorice lips like candy.
Black boys are so damn yummy. That's actually true, though. That's scientifically proven.
The FDA has set standards for that. Hair was the dirtiest musical since My Fair Hooker.
I just remember how upset it would make me if I walked into the house and my mom was in a moo-moo listening to the Age of Aquarius.
When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars.
And the song Let the Sunshine In. Remember that song? Let the sunshine.
I wanted to be the movie Hair. I wanted to play every character in the movie Hair. I loved the movie Hair so much.
I don't think I could ever get that excited about hair. Breasts, maybe. Asses, definitely. Not hair.
I love 79.
Guess this Joe, it's Joe you know. If you don't know this Joe, then it's a Joe you don't know. But if you can guess this Joe, it's a Joe you know. So guess this Joe, hey, guess this Joe.
So cool!
I love 79.
Previously, El Chupacabra and the Bogey Bunch were victorious, and now it's on to the quarterfinals as I Heart Jake Ryan come face-to-face with Almost Perfect Strangers.
In the 1991 movie Hook, what actress plays the ill-behaved fairy Tinkerbell?
Then the Bogey Bunch battle it out with PDX 503. The heat is on. From VH1 and Entertainment Weekly, it's the World Series of Pop Culture presented by Alltel Wireless. An all-new episode next on VH1. Go to VH1.com and click V-Spot to watch a sneak peek of the next round.
Okay, can we get up? People!